For centuries, scientists have attempted to decipher the mysteries of the solar system. The Planet Nibiru hypothesis is the one that has gained the most traction in recent years among various solar system theories and hypotheses. The region of the solar system beyond the inner planets, including the gas giants and any hypothetical planets, is known as the outer solar system. It reaches the Kuiper belt at 50 astronomical units from Jupiter's orbit at 5.2 astronomical units. The solar system, particularly its outer reaches, is thought to contain undiscovered planets, according to numerous researchers. The possibility of a hidden planet orbiting our Sun in the farthest reaches of the outer solar system known as Planet X or Nibiru has garnered a growing amount of attention in recent years. Understanding this theory's origins and the evidence that backs it up is necessary for solving the mystery. The Planet Nibiru theory will be examined in greater detail and some of the most frequently asked questions will be addressed in this article. Is Nibiru one of the dwarf planets? If so, what are they? The majority of people are familiar with our solar system's planets: Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Venus, Earth, and Saturn. However, there are three primary categories of planets: dwarf planets, gas giants, and habitable planets. A massive planet primarily composed of hydrogen and helium is known as a gas giant. Like Earth, terrestrial planets are small, solid worlds. The International Astronomical Union, IAU, established the new category of dwarf planets in 2006. They resemble terrestrial planets, but they are significantly smaller and frequently have irregular shapes. Because it is believed to be a small, icy world similar to Neptune or Pluto, Nibiru is sometimes referred to as a dwarf planet or a mini-Neptune. However, the majority of astronomers are of the opinion that Nibiru does not exist because there is no scientific evidence to support its existence. The ancient Babylonian culture gave the name Nibiru, and priests wrote about it on clay tablets around 1200 BCE. The tablets described a planet with a 3,600-year orbit in the outer solar system. This planet had previously been referred to as Planet X, Marduk, or Nibiru. In 2006, the International Astronomical Union (IAU) established a brand new class of planets known as dwarf planets. Pluto was the first planet to be considered a dwarf planet. The question of whether Pluto should be considered a planet was hotly debated for a very long time. It was thought by many astronomers to be too small to be a planet. An object that orbits the Sun and has sufficient mass to assume a nearly round shape is considered a dwarf planet by the International Astronomical Union, IAU. However, it has not cleared the area surrounding its orbit. This indicates that not all of the smaller objects, asteroids, comets, and so on, have been attracted by a dwarf planet's gravitational pull, that orbit in close proximity. Pluto has been regarded as the ninth planet in our solar system ever since it was discovered in 1930. However, there are now only 8 official planets in the solar system after the IAU decides to reclassify them as dwarf planets. There are currently 5 dwarf planets in the solar system, but as new worlds are discovered, their names and numbers may change. Beyond Neptune, there is a part of the solar system known as the Kuiper belt that is thought to contain thousands of tiny, icy worlds like Pluto. Nibiru could be one of the undiscovered planets in the Kuiper belt that some astronomers believe to be there. Unknown planet Nibiru is said to orbit our Sun. There are 9 planets in our solar system, but Nibiru would have 10. Planet Nibiru, fact or fiction? California Institute of Technology planetary scientist Mike Brown believes that Nibiru does not exist. He has been looking for a secret planet beyond Neptune for a long time, but he has never found any evidence of it. Brown thinks that, in the event that our solar system contained a 10th planet, it would already have been discovered by now. He says that Planet X, as it is once in a while called, would have been found by the many studies directed throughout recent many years. Finding Planet X would be difficult because it would be so far away from Earth that it would be very faint and difficult to see. Additionally, it would move slowly across the sky, making it even more difficult to identify. The fictitious planet would also travel around the Sun in a very long circle, taking thousands or even millions of years. Because of this, finding it would be difficult because its location would change significantly over time. John Mates, a researcher from the University of Louisiana at Lafayette, believes that Nibiru may be a brown dwarf. A type of star that is too small to fuse hydrogen in its core is called a brown dwarf. This indicates that without a powerful telescope, it would not be visible in sufficient light. Brown dwarfs are the distant objects discovered in recent years, like Sedna in 2012 VP 113. Mates thinks that there may be a brown dwarf orbiting our Sun at a distance approximately 100,000 times greater than the distance between Earth and the Sun. Because of this, it would be far out of Neptune's orbit. He has even predicted when this proposed planet would come close to Earth by calculating its orbit. According to Mates's calculations, Nibiru ought to be visible in the night sky sometime in 2046. However, other scientists are less certain about the existence of Nibiru. They point out that such a world does not exist directly. Nibiru hasn't been seen, and no one has found any indirect evidence of its existence, like how its gravitational pull affects other solar system objects. Some people think that Nibiru is a hoax and not a real planet. They believe the story was invented to attract attention or sell books. The concept of Nibiru's existence is regarded as pseudoscience because there is no scientific evidence to support it. 10 unknown facts confirming the existence of Planet Nibiru. When we talk about the mysterious planet Nibiru, we are referring to a massive object that revolves around our Sun. Planet X and Nemesis are common names for it. The top 10 hidden pieces of evidence that point to Nibiru's existence are as follows. Nibiru is not Planet 9. Planet 9 is a massive planet that could be lurking in the outer solar system. There has been a lot of excitement recently regarding the possibility of its existence. Nibiru isn't Planet 9. If it were to exist, Nibiru, a much larger object, would be easy to see in the night sky. Nibiru and Planet 9 share the same characteristics, but they are distinct entities. The fact that Nibiru appears to orbit our Sun is one of the most convincing arguments in favor of Nibiru. There are several possible explanations for this. Nonetheless, the most likely scenario is a binary system with two stars orbiting each other. In this binary system, Nemesis is thought to be the star, but Nibiru is the brown dwarf. Massive Nibiru is thought to be twice as big as Jupiter and 4 times as big as Earth. Because of its size, it would exert a significant gravitational pull on the planets in our solar system. If Nibiru came close to Earth, it would wreak havoc there. Extreme weather, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions were predicted to occur on the planet Nibiru. The distance Nibiru travels around our Sun takes approximately 3,600 years. This is much longer than any planet in our solar system that is known to exist. One of the reasons Nibiru is so difficult to locate is its extended orbit. Neptune and Pluto, 2 of the outer planets in our solar system, have orbits that are much longer than Nibiru's, but even so, they are easier to find because they are closer to our Sun. The Kuiper belt, which extends beyond Neptune and is thought to contain comets and other icy objects, is where Nibiru is located. Nibiru is thought to be in the Kuiper belt, according to some researchers. This would explain why finding it is so challenging. The elusive planet would blend in among the other objects in the Kuiper belt. Nibiru's appearance to have a tail resembling that of a comet is one of its most bizarre characteristics. This tail is thought to be made of dust and other debris that our Sun's gravitational pull pulled off Nibiru. Nibiru shines brightly in the infrared. Nibiru shines much brighter than it does in the visible spectrum. Another clue that Nibiru is a two-star binary system can be found in this. The brown dwarf star in the system known as Planet X is thought to be the source of bright infrared emissions. Nibiru has a high orbital eccentricity as a measure of how elliptical an orbit is. Nibiru has a very long orbit due to its extremely high orbital eccentricity. Another indication that Nibiru might be a binary system is this. It is believed that Nibiru is traveling in the opposite direction of Earth. It is anticipated that it will come close to our planet in 2029, but some researchers think it could happen earlier. Our planet would suffer greatly from Nibiru's strategy. Extreme weather and earthquakes would be brought on by the massive object. Earth has already been affected by Nibiru according to some researchers. Earth has already been affected by Nibiru. They bring up that more quakes and volcanic emissions have happened lately. Additionally, they hold that Nibiru is to blame for the widespread extinction of the dinosaurs. If it gets too close to our planet, what might happen to it? Every object in space is affected by the Sun's gravitational pull, as everyone is aware. However, what if there was a massive object whose gravitational pull began to affect our solar system? That is correct, we're talking about Nibiru, also known as Planet X. Therefore, if this planet approaches Earth too close, what effects might it have on Earth? To begin, Planet X's immense gravitational pull would be strong enough to potentially alter Earth's orbit. We would face a wide range of issues as a result, including significant climate shifts and an increase in seismic activity. If Nibiru were to get close enough to our planet, many planetary scientists believe that it could destroy it. However, some scientists maintain that Nibiru is merely a legend. Life on Earth would also be devastated by the dust and debris that Planet X would release as it traveled through the solar system. The dust would block the sun, which would result in global cooling and possibly a new ice age. Comets and asteroids drawn in by Planet X's gravity would also bombard Earth, potentially annihilating all life. There is a reason why scientists are so interested in this planet. Its existence has such devastating effects. If Nibiru approaches our planet and alters its orbit, it will cause a lot of problems for all living things, including humans and animals. Climate would drastically shift, the seismic activity would rise, the world would cool, and all life on Earth would die. So, even though we don't know if Planet X is real or if it will ever get close enough to Earth to affect it, we should keep an eye on it. We might one day find ourselves in a completely different solar system, who knows? Reasons why scientists think Planet Nibiru doesn't exist. There are two types of scientists. Those who think Planet Nibiru does exist and those who don't. Let's take a look at the justifications offered by the second group for their belief that Nibiru does not exist. The most significant argument against the Nibiru catastrophe is that no one has yet seen the planet. It was first predicted by Nancy Lewson in 1983. Stargazers have been unsuccessful in their search for it. Despite the fact that no one has seen the planet, all theories about its existence are based on calculations and assumptions. By this point, the planet would be visible to the naked eye if Nibiru were traveling toward Earth. Despite the fact that no one has reported seeing the planet, it would be so large and close that everyone would be able to see it. There are no objects in the outer orbit that could be Nibiru. The outer orbit is clear. If there were a planet out there, we would have found it by now because the outer orbit is pretty empty. If Nibiru existed, it would have been discovered by this point. Even though there are now more cameras and telescopes than ever before, there are no images or videos of Nibiru. Modern technology does not support its existence. If there were planets out there, we would have discovered them. In today's world, it is impossible to hide a planet, especially one as big as Nibiru is supposed to be, so the world space agencies are also insistent that there is no Planet X. The outer planets would have been affected by Nibiru by this point if they had been moving toward Earth. They would have changed their orbits as a result of its gravity pulling them out of them. Nibiru cannot explain the tilt of the Earth's axis. Some people believe that the changing tilt of the Earth's axis is caused by the gravitational effects of Nibiru. However, there have been no changes in the orbits of the outer planets, indicating that there is no Planet X. However, since the tilt of the Earth's axis is not changing, this cannot be true. The Earth's orbit is shifting as a result of the gravitational pull of the Sun and Moon. Planet X has not been discovered in the Kuiper belt. Nibiru has not been observed in the Kuiper belt, which is where it is supposed to be. If Nibiru existed, somebody would have discovered it by now. The absence of a second sun. Some people think that Nibiru will have a second sun when it gets close to Earth. This is due to the fact that Nibiru is thought to be a brown dwarf star. However, there have been no reports of a second sun, indicating that Nibiru is not real. The second group of scientists' arguments demonstrate pretty clearly that Nibiru is nothing more than a myth. Nevertheless, a lot of researchers are working, and it's possible that in the not-too-distant future, they will come across some evidence to support the existence of planet Nibiru. In popular culture, the planet Nibiru is frequently depicted as a red planet. It is sometimes referred to as Nemesis or Planet X. The term the mothership is used to describe an alien spacecraft en route to Earth in the 1996 science fiction film Independence Day. The invaders from Mars are referred to as the Martians in the 2005 film The War of the Worlds. A rogue planet collides with Earth in the 2009 film 2012, causing global destruction. Additionally, Nibiru has appeared in several video games, including No Man's Sky, 2016, Mass Effect 3, 2012, and Spore, 2008. When the idea for Nibiru first came up, it was frequently compared to Krypton, a fictional planet from the Superman comics and movies. Numerous doomsday scenarios concerning Nibiru. There are numerous doomsday scenarios. There is a belief that Nibiru and Earth will collide, causing widespread destruction. Others believe that the Earth's poles will shift as a result of Nibiru's close approach. As a result, catastrophic weather conditions like earthquakes and floods will occur. Still, some people think that Nibiru is a dangerous planet that will eat our solar system up. Earth and Nibiru will be pulled into the Sun, causing their destruction. Additionally, some scientists believe that this is the end of the world. The Mayan calendar, which ends on December 21, 2012, has also been linked to Nibiru, but it never happened. On that day, many people believe that Nibiru will appear in the sky and cause widespread destruction. There are a lot of different theories regarding Nibiru, also known as Planet X. Some people think that Nibiru will collide with Earth. On the other hand, some people believe that it will get close enough to move the Earth's poles. Some people believe that Nibiru will finally appear at this time. There are even those who hold the belief that Nibiru is already present and is responsible for bizarre weather patterns as well as natural disasters. Whether or not Nibiru exists, it has piqued the interest of people all over the world. It is a subject of great interest that will be debated for years to come. The truth is that when Nibiru arrives, nothing is certain. It could be just a routine flyby or the end of the world. The future will tell. Nibiru conspiracy theories. The Nibiru conspiracy theory has piqued the interest of numerous hobbyists and researchers. The fictitious planet Nibiru, also known as Planet X, is the subject of several conspiracy theories, including Theory of Mike Brown. Caltech planetary scientist Mike Brown is one of the most prominent researchers on Nibiru. Over the past 10 years, he has been looking for the planet. His book, How I Killed Pluto and Why It Had It Coming, was published in 2012. Brown writes about his search for the 9th planet in our solar system in the book. He also talks about the debate over Pluto's demotion to a dwarf planet. Brown is of the opinion that there is a real possibility that Nibiru is real and will be found one day. Tabitha Boyajian, more commonly referred to as Tabby, is an astronomer at Yale University. She is a leading researcher on the star Kik 8,462,852, which is also referred to as Tabby's star. She and her team found out in 2015 that the star was having strange dimming events. The dimming events, according to some, are brought on by an alien megastructure like a Dyson sphere. Others accept that a rebel planet like Nibiru causes the occasion. Boyajian is proceeding to concentrate on the star to decide its real essence. The theory of Nora Robertson. Nora Robertson is a researcher who has written the book Planet Nibiru. Robertson discusses her belief that Nibiru is a real planet that will one day be discovered by astronomers in the book The Elusive Planet X. Additionally, Robertson has written several Nibiru-related articles, including Is Planet Nibiru Real? The evidence accumulates. Robertson goes over some pieces of evidence that point to Nibiru's existence in the article. The theory of Kevin Schindler. Kevin Schindler presented the possibility that Nibiru would cause a pole shift at the Yao. He demonstrated in the presentation how the Earth's poles could shift as a result of the gravitational pull of a massive planet like Nibiru. At the Yao, he, Nora, and Mike give talks, and their papers and videos can be found online. Conclusion: it is currently impossible for anyone to guarantee the existence of Nibiru. However, a growing body of evidence suggests that it may be out there and just waiting to be found. Numerous researchers, including astronomers, have presented convincing justifications for its existence. The possibility of Nibiru's existence has led to some fascinating theories and discoveries about our solar system, even if it isn't real. Who knows how long the search for Planet X will continue? Maybe we'll locate it one day. In the meantime, the debate continues. What is your opinion? Does Planet X exist out there? Or is this simply hype that has no basis in reality? Comment below with your thoughts. There is no scientific evidence that the planet Nibiru exists. Although there is no scientific evidence to support these claims, Nibiru is sometimes referred to as Planet X or 9. An alleged disastrous collision between Earth and a large planet is known as the Nibiru cataclysm. How did the legend of the Nibiru cataclysm begin? The assertions made by Nancy Leader, a self-described extraterrestrial contactee, are the source of the Nibiru cataclysm myth. Through an implant in her brain, Leader claimed that she was contacted by aliens from the Zeta Reticuli star system. She was allegedly warned by the aliens about a coming catastrophe brought on by the fictional planet Nibiru. Astronomers and scientists have extensively disproven the myth. Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments section. And if you enjoy our content, and never want to miss a video, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching.